7 years ago, I had thought I would land a job in the mainstream media after I completed my degree in journalism. I would imagine myself doing beat reporting, attending to different press conferences, and interviewing dignitaries or political figures or covering crime incidents and natural catastrophes. I left school unscathed despite all the academic pressures, but as I stepped into the world of profession, I started doubting my capacity and decisions as a young adult. But with God's provision and guidance, I've been working now as an information officer of the Department of Agriculture, Western Visayas, since 2013. Taking the role of a development communicator is one of the best decisions I have made. I have realized that my inclination is to tell compelling stories of progress and to move our main stakeholders, the farmers and the fisherfolk, into a position that they will feel empowered and resilient amid all the problems besetting the sector. Interacting with farmers through interviews and success story documentation seems to be easy and engaging for me. Maybe because I am a daughter of a farmer, but more than that, I get to appreciate their significant part in sustaining our economy and in ensuring food sufficiency. Our goal in the DA coincide with the President Duterte's mandate of making food available and more affordable for every Filipino. By enabling the farming and the fishing communities through the different programs of the DA, its bureaus and line agencies, we hope that hunger and poverty both in the rural and urban areas will continue to subside. The efforts and the contributions of the government information officers cannot be undermined this time of pandemic. We are all experiencing difficulties and adjustments as we transition to the new normal setup. The plans that we crafted in the early part of the year or in the last months of 2019 have to undergo trimming and detours since this global health emergency limits the gathering of people or frequent us from traveling from places to places to prevent further transmission of the disease. As information officers, we are called to innovate alternatives so that we can still be able to do our respective targets for this year despite the limitations. As the mainstream media are putting huge emphasis on the news and updates about COVID-19 outbreak, new daily cases bulletins, deaths, recoveries, health policies, and vaccine development, especially during the first 3 months of the pandemic. We as information officers are also boosting our information dissemination strategies to let our respective clienteles know that we have programs and services that they can avail for them to cope with the difficult situation that we are in now. In partnership with the local media and by utilizing the social media platforms, as well as our discussions aired over our DA funded radio programs, we were able to inform our farmers and other agricultural stakeholders about the DA's social amelioration programs, such as the Farmers Subsidy for Rice Farmers, or the FSRF, Rice Farmers Financial Assistance, or the RFFA, and the Cash and Food Subsidy Program, which was recently launched by Agriculture Secretary William Dar in Bacolod City, Negros Occidental. With the two Bayanihan Acts, there are several stimulus packages for agriculture that were formed to help the farmers and the fishers to propel their production, to go into value adding, or to link them to proper or institutional markets through the Kadiwa ni Ani at Kita marketing initiatives. We are also intensifying now our campaigns to protect the multi-billion hog industry of Western Visayas from the dreaded African swine fever or the ASF and seeking awareness from the farmers to be alert in the monitoring and reporting of the fall armyworm occurrence in their farms. Last February, we were actually preparing for a regional information caravan together with the National Office of the DA, and that is to involve youth in our discussions. Our goal was to inspire senior high school students to consider Bachelor of Science in Agriculture or other agri-related degrees to study in college. However, it did not push through because of the COVID-19. What I'm trying to convey is that as information officers, me and my colleagues at the Regional Agriculture and Fisheries Information Section are continuously doing our tasks and initiatives to brand agriculture as a worthy sector for the younger generations to engage in. Maybe there are young people viewing this live feed right now at the Philippine Information Agency Facebook page. So on behalf of our department, I am encouraging you to become future agriculturists, science-based farmers, agri-entrepreneurs, and researchers. We need you to combat the threats of hunger, especially in these uncertain times, and to provide long-term remedies to the different concerns of our food producers. Before I end this note, allow me to thank the Philippine Information Agency for hosting this year-end conference and awards, and for all their support to the national government agencies, local government units, and the academy as well. I am also grateful to my colleagues at the Regional Agriculture and Fisheries Information Section, most particularly to our Chief, Mr. James Erlogatis, for mentoring and guiding us to become efficient and transparent public servants. Thank you, sir, for constantly encouraging us to do better in whatever task we undertake. And also special mention to my former boss, Miss Juvie Silario Gaton, for everything that you shared to me or imparted to me. Rest assured, everyone, that we at the DA will go beyond our duties and responsibilities to provide the quality of service and extension support to all our farmers, fisher folk, animal raisers, agri entrepreneurs, and researchers, with a strong and quality leadership of our Regional Executive Director, Engineer Remilin Arecoter, with her two supportive Regional Technical Directors, RTD for Operations and Extension, Mr. Rene B. Famoso, and the Regional Technical Director for Research and Regulations, Dr. Peter Sobrevega. The awards I have received from the Philippine Information Agency since 2018 are not the reasons for me to brag about, but to be reminded instead to never stop educating myself, honing my craft, and to translate my ideals into purposeful actions towards the betterment of the sector that we serve. I would like to share to you, everyone, the Department of Agriculture Western Visayas slogan: we serve what our farmers deserve. A warm congratulations to my fellow awardees, and thank you very much, and God bless everyone.